What's going on, team? How you doing? Happy Tuesday to you. I miss doing these videos because we're gonna really get into it when college basketball comes around. But still, we're on top of our game here with NBA season to finish the year. We've got postseason coming up. Things are a little squirrely right now. Make sure you stay sharp, stay tight, be disciplined. It's okay to pass on things. There's games forever. All right, but today I got a couple for you. Today we're gonna look at a 7 o'clock Eastern game, the Bucks and the Hornets. Now the Bucks, if you were looking at the last game, the line has swung 12 points. The previous line was Charlotte Hornets -3, and now we're looking at the Bucks -9. So we're looking into things a little bit. The Bucks are 6-7 ATS in April. They're 4-4 ATS on the road in April, but they're 3-1 ATS their last 4. All right, they're also 22-11 straight up against conference opponents. So it's fair to say they dominate their conference, at least straight up. And they're on the stronger side of their road ATS record for this month. We're looking at the Bucks at the right time. This is also a revenge game, but keep in mind that last game, Bucks sat their whole lineup. I mean, in my opinion, for what it's worth. They sat Giannis, they sat Middleton, Lopez, DiVincenzo. I mean, that's the core of them. And so, I mean, heck, when you take Giannis out, things change, right? So all 4 of them, they weren't even trying to win that game, all right? That's why the line was what it was, and they were a dog. But today is different. Today they got everybody back. There's no injuries, and in addition, they're getting PJ Tucker back. Tucker's a dog. If you don't know about PJ Tucker, he's a dog. He's a guy you want on your side. He's a guy that can inject life and just energy into the team when they need it. He's a gamer. I love guys like him. Smart. These are just dogs you want on your side. So it's good that the Tucker's back today. As far as the Bucks go today, I believe that they get up for this game. They're healthy. Again, I just said they got PJ Tucker back. Because if you're looking at their schedule, the next couple games, I think they're gonna rest guys in Houston. The next 2 games, they have a back-to-back. They go play the Houston Rockets and they play the Chicago Bulls. They're gonna rest people against the Rockets, and nobody playing full strength against the Rockets, especially not a playoff caliber team like the Bucks. So they're going full strength tonight. They're gonna sit against the first leg of the back-to-back against Houston, and then they're gonna come back full squad against the Bulls. Mark my words, that's what's happening. But today, it's full squad revenge game. All right, I like this. It's a strong Bucks look, but we're not there yet. We got to look at the Hornets side. All right, the Hornets are 6-8 ATS in April. They're 3-3 ATS at home. And they're 3-0 ATS the last 3 at home. Okay, it's fair. That's kind of impressive. But let me look. Always looking deeper at the numbers. Those 3, so they started off 0-3 at home this month, right? And then I just said they're 3-0 their last 3 at home. But those last 3 wins, 2 of those were revenge games against the Cavs and the Celtics because they got smacked up earlier in this month by both of those teams, and then they get revenge on them. So I'm discounting those because of just the revenge angle, and so those things happen. The Hornets aren't a bottom of the barrel team, so they can do those things. So I'm not too surprised by those teams. In addition, the Celtics are sad to say it, not very good this year. All right. So maybe there's only one decent win right there, and that's the Blazers out of those 3. Okay. So that's just how I look at those 3 that 3-0 ATS run at home. And it's not as shiny as it looks. In addition, they're 14-21 straight up against winning teams. And they're 17-16 against conference opponents. So they're not that strong in the conference, and they don't stack up well against winning teams. Now we're not talking about a pick and game. This is a 9-point spread, right? So those straight up records you got to put in perspective, right? The Hornets are not in the same league as the Milwaukee Bucks. And tomorrow they go to Boston to probably get smacked up by the Celtics for what they did the other day. So today is the first day of the Hornets back-to-back, right? They're at home, and tomorrow they're going to go on the road to play Boston. So they got revenge angle going against them. They got first leg of the back-to-back going against them. They don't do well against winning teams or conference opponents going against them. I don't see any other way. The numbers pointing to a beatdown. It's Bucks or nothing for me, guys. So it is a large number, and it's on the road. I know, but Bucks -9 is where I'm looking here. Second game, we're gonna go a little bit later tonight. We're gonna go to the 9 o'clock Eastern, and now we're looking at everybody's fan favorite tonight. If you don't have your DVR set, you better set it. Houston Rockets, Minnesota Timberwolves. Garbage can game of the night. But I see something here, and that's all we're looking for, is angles, looking for something to exploit to cash. I'm looking at the Houston Rockets side first. Houston Rockets are 6-8 ATS in April, and that's not impressive by the number 6-8. All right, Joe, what are you talking about? 6-8 sucks. Yeah, all right, it's not good, but when you're a garbage team like the Houston Rockets, you're last in almost everything, and you're 6-8 this month in 14 games, but only 2 of those have been against non-playoff teams. Now you got me looking at you like, like you're exceeding expectations. You should have been getting blown up all month if you played 14 games and 12 of those were against playoff opponents or playoff caliber teams. Go look it up. They did. But they covered 6 of them. The only 2 games against non-playoff teams was against the Pelicans and the Magic. As far as injuries go, they're healthy. As far as the Rockets go, I mean, they're going to sit Wall. That was announced. They're sitting Wall the rest of the season for a hamstring or whatever. They're resting because they don't want to get hurt. That's cool. But they're getting Wood back, they're getting Bradley back, and they're getting Kevin Porter Jr. back today. Yeah, okay, the Rockets have nothing to play for as a team. As a team, it's just true. They have nothing to play for. There's no playoffs for them, but they're still NBA players. They're still guys that have desire to play a game they love. They're still professionals, right? They don't want to lose. I don't believe anybody says, none of these guys ever want to lose a game. They're still professional athletes that are proud of what they do. Most of them probably. Right. It's the step-up game. They got no Wall. It's time for them to show what they can do, and a chance for them to take down a team that has just slayed the dragon twice. That is the Minnesota Timberwolves beating the Utah Jazz back-to-back games here. So they can almost get a little taste of slaying the dragon by beating the Wolves. Maybe something to consider there. So they've split the series 1-1 already this season. And the Rockets are a 3 days rest. So they're a rested team. They played a very tough schedule this month, so I'd argue they're more prepared for today. They're getting guys back, 3 guys back that'll help them immensely tonight. And I see them as a more motivated team tonight, potentially. But let me look at the Wolves side. The Minnesota Timberwolves are 7-6-1 ATS in April. And they've had 2 big wins over the Jazz. It's about all the notable things I see in them this month. This is a horrible spot for them, an absolutely horrible spot. You know, you look at their schedule. This is a single road game, and then they're back home. So they're going from Minnesota to Texas. It's about a 3-hour flight, and they just played yesterday. So in a 24-hour period, they're going to sleep. They're going to fly 3 hours, and then they got to prepare for a game. Where's the hours in the day for that? It's a horrible spot. It's a horrible spot for them. In addition, I think it's a possible look-ahead spot for them. They got double revenge. They lost twice to the Golden State Warriors already this year, and now they got double revenge at home on Thursday versus the Dubs. They lost by 22 and by 12 earlier this year. So 100% they're looking at that game, especially after they beat the Jazz. I think they're looking at that game. But tonight is a bad spot for them. And I think they struggle to get to 110 because they've been struggling to get over 110 generally against anyone, unless it's just poor defensive teams like the Kings or the Bulls, for instance. So, again, you might have heard me say it before. The point of the game is to score points. I'm not sure how the Timberwolves score more points than the Houston Rockets tonight. They're on a back-to-back. They got a look-ahead game to double revenge. Their schedule this month is nowhere near the caliber that Houston's played. Houston's rested. They're getting guys back. And I see a scenario where they're the more motivated team. So I'm holding my nose, but we're Houston money line, guys. Official picks for the hook on April 27th. We have the Bucks -9 and the Rockets money line. Best of luck, folks.